Alright everybody, what's going on today? So I am going to do a overview of my indoor target airs. So yes, I build them myself. I'm partially sponsored on it, but not for the whole thing, just for the vanes. So I just want to be transparent. I'm going to kind of review it a little bit. I'm going to be totally transparent. No money changes hands, just product. So what do I shoot? This is the Gold Tip X Cutter Plus 24/64 shaft. It's gonna look backwards to y'all on camera, I think, but whatever. 7.8 grains per inch. I googled it, I think it's a 250 spine, which, whatever, 20 yards, if it does the same thing every time, it doesn't matter. I shoot a 90 grain point weight because I also shoot this arrow in 3D occasionally. I don't shoot 3D as much really, but whatever. Then I just shoot a regular stick in knock because I don't shoot the same spot on the target every time. Whole point of them pin bushings so you don't, if you hit a knock, it doesn't break. Well, if I'm not shooting the same target every time, I'm not gonna have that problem. A lot of people do the same target shooting as I do and still shoot them. Yeah, it looks cool, but you're sending $25 down range every time. It just makes it more expensive. So whatever, I mean, there's nothing wrong with shooting them. It's just, I don't see the point in it. So then for my vanes here, this is the VaneTech 2.88 Swift. So it's not a very high profile vane. VaneTech does make high profile vanes. I just don't shoot them on target airs. I shoot the long ones. I like the long ones. This is the second longest they make in a Swift series, which is just a shield cut. You can see back there. I also have some black ones for my next batch of these I build. I think that's gonna look even better than the green ones do. The green ones look great, especially with my indoor setup here. Let me run and grab it real quick. Turn the camera off. I don't want to sit and wait on it. All right, so this is what I'm shooting for indoor. It's an Elite Victory 39. So yeah, it's not the newest bow, whatever. It shoots very similar to my Energy hunting bow, and that's why I like it, because it's not that big of a deal to switch twins. This one's a 60 pound instead of 70 pound. I've recently gone up to 70, well, not recently, I mean, I done it like September. Went up 70 pounds on my hunting bow. So, y'all get a better view of it there. It's got the reason I like the green vanes go with it, and the blue on the arrow itself has got my blue peep and my green strings. So basically I'm doing a total overhaul of this bow, how it's gonna shoot, what's gonna be on it, all that good stuff. I'm hiding the rest right now because I'm gonna do a review on it. And I don't have a sight on it right now. It's coming in the mail. I've got a 30-inch for the front and a 12 for the back. But them's just kind of placeholders until I can get some Shrewd stabilizers in, because those are about 1 billion times better than what I've been shooting on. And I mean, I've shot this bow for a little while now. I've had it since October. It's shot good. I had a CBE sight on. I had some issues with it. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and rack on CBE. I just had some issues from it. So mostly because it was an older hunting sight, but it was the Tech 1 hybrid 1 pin, and the problem was my elevation adjustments. There's no knob, and for whatever reason that it slides around all the time. Mine did. You may have different experience with it, whatever. But let's see. Oh, I put my name on it for shoot one time so nobody'd steal it. Peel this off here. So something I like about this Elite bow, I mean, this is kind of getting off track, is you don't have to go out and buy a 8 degree or 10 degree down or whatever quick detach. It's got a 10 degree built in, or it's got a 10 degree thread built in, and I like that a lot because it costs me a lot more money if I want to shoot a downward angle stabilizer It just does. I like the downward angle myself. Plus, they're hard to get on there right, because if you're off just a little bit, your stabilizer will stick out left or right, which with running a sidebar, you really don't want that, because you can just tune your sidebar. So, ooh, been meaning to hide that. Y'all still probably can't tell what the rest of it is from the video. So, 90 grain glue in, X cutter shaft, VeinTech 2.88 Swift, and just gold tip nocks. So, what I like about these is that for anything 3D related, they're not too fat that they're going to catch too much wind going down range. I mean, they'll blow around, don't get me wrong, they will. I mean, it's an indoor air. They're not made to be shot in the wind. But that doesn't mean they won't do decently. Been shooting pretty alright in 3D. So 24/64 though is still wide enough that on an indoor range, like this is bigger than the X-ring. It's wider than the X-ring if I'm not mistaken. So if I shoot a 10, it's most likely an X. And if I had been shooting a skinnier air, if I shoot a 10 and it's not an X, it probably would have been a 9 with a skinnier air. So this thing has increased, the width has just increased my scores a lot. And I've got like 2 or 3 of these left right now, because that sight was giving me problems. I was trying to get zeroed and lost a lot. Whatever. I mean, I'll get more. Got a new sight coming in the mail. I'll do a review on it too. Shooting this with this release here, that I'll do a long-term review on it soon. It's a Blackout 4-finger, which True Ball makes. Sells at Bass Pro to rebrand it. And once I get my other stuff in, I'll do a setup video of my Elite. I've already got a peep in it and stuff, so it won't be any of the bow press stuff, but you know. So, as far as how it shoots, it doesn't fishtail like at all. Now, this bow's had no tuning done to the cables or the cam, anything there. No tuning done there. Only tuning it ever has done to it's the rest. The rest is really loose right now. I mean, I've just got it, look, I've just got it thrown on there just because it don't matter if it's paper tuned right now. I can't really shoot it. I mean, I can shoot it. I just can't think I'm gonna hit anything. So, yeah, I reckon that's all the reviewing there is to do on it. It's an air. It flies as straight as it's gonna, just about it. It outshoots me. So the VeinTech vanes perform very well though. I've shot pretty much well, not every vane on the market, but I've shot a large percentage of the different vanes on the market. I've shot Blazers, Bullies, AAEs, VeinTechs. I can't remember if I've shot Tacs or not. Tacs are pretty good from what I've heard. I can't remember if I've ever shot them. But I've shot a bunch of different airs, a bunch of different vanes. These gold tips with the VeinTechs are what's doing, they're just what's doing it for me. I mean, you might have a different experience with it, but I have no idea what degree I'm shooting these at. It's pretty aggressive. It's not ridiculous. Like, it's not going to act like a parachute at longer distances if I'm shooting 3D or something, but I mean, it's aggressive enough to get it spinning. So, looking forward to indoor state, Joad, and then potentially indoor nationals. I'm going to see how I do it indoor state, and if I'm, top 3, whatever, I'll go to indoor nationals and shoot there. I mean, whatever, if I'm shooting good at state, I'm just trying to get it to the fact that it's gonna have an effect on which one I go to after that. These logos are reflecting on my eye. It's weird. They're like reflecting off the light above me and back into my eye. They got the silver. Can't tell how good y'all can see that, but those are silver, like in person. They look gray on camera. It's because of what they're facing. But I mean, it's about all I can say about it is it shoots good. It shoots flat, shoots straight. Not terribly heavy. It's another thing I like about using it for 3D, especially. It's just a 7.8 GPI, which is, I mean, it's not ridiculously light, but it's not terribly heavy either. Decent front of center with 90 grain being such a light everything back here. I don't have, like I said, I don't shoot the bushings. That's all there is to it. If you want a good, simple, no frills target arrow that's gonna hit where you put the pin every time, go for an X-Cutter Plus with these vanes and 90 grain tip. Well, I guess that's about all I got to say. Thanks for watching. And subscribe, like, shameless plug. Anyways, let's win a state championship.